Hey there everyone, it's RiverBendSurvival again. I've been asked a lot about updates on the cabin since I did the last one in November. I did a real short one about how I attached the deck, but I haven't really talked about what's been going on here. One of the biggest reasons, a bunch has happened, and I'm going to explain why here in a second. 3 weeks ago, the person that owns the house we've been living in for the last 6 or 7 years contacted me and said he's ready to put it on the market. He's going to go ahead and sell it. We have no interest in the house. It's a gorgeous house and we love it, but we're not going to spend $250,000 on a home this late in our life. We're both within 3 to 5 years of retiring. Last kid's getting ready to go off to, she's graduating from high school and with her associates this week. So she's going off to college for her last 2 years. So we do not need a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house anymore. The reason we started building the cabin. Anyway, he said he wanted to put it on the market, and I said, perfect. When do you want to do it? And he said 90 days. I was like, okay. That gave me 90 days to finish everything on the cabin, finish everything on the land that we need to do to live here, get everything moved, get rid of the stuff that we don't want anymore, clean up and repair the house we're leaving in 90 days. That's a chunk. So, I have been doing a lot. I'm up here at least 5 days a week, sometimes 6 or 7. Working. I get off from work in the afternoon. I come up here and work until the light runs out. A couple nights ago I fixed that. I can actually work later. No, my solar system is not in yet, but I found some kind of cool things and I'll show you those here in a few minutes. I don't know the best way to show all of this. I would say right now I'm probably 40 to 60 hours, labor hours away from us being able to start moving stuff in here. The solar and wind system still has to be installed. I'm getting a dual system. It does solar and wind. And that's going on the water catchment system that's at the back here, which I still have to finish. Anyway, my tripod, I'm missing a little piece on the tripod, so here in a minute when I start to take you for a walk around here, I'm going to take it off. So if it's a little shaky, it's because it's not on the tripod. The little pin's missing, so my camera wants to spin anytime I touch it. Anyway, let me get it resituated, and then I'll take you for a walk around and show you what's been happening. Let's start with what I was talking about with the lights. I don't have my solar system in yet. I don't have my electrical system in here yet. So at night, I've been working with a little drop light that runs off of a car battery type deal and one of these red lanterns. It just doesn't give consistent light. It gives light, but when you're reading tape measures and making marks and stuff, and when you get it where you can see in one spot, then you're throwing a shadow in another. It just doesn't work out well. I was at, I can't remember where I was at, like a thrift store, not even a thrift store, like a dollar store, like a Dollar General. And I was checking out, I was buying a Sprite, and I was checking out, and I saw these in their discontinued aisle at the checkout. So I was like, what the heck is that? So they were like $4 a piece. So I bought 2 of these, and then a funky one is a light switch, and I'll show you that here in a second. But these things are great. They run off of 2 AAA batteries, and you get like 35, 40 hours out of 2 AAA batteries. This is in full daylight. This is the middle of the day. See how bright this thing is? And then I can put it down to low. It's still plenty bright. And they come out. It's just a magnetic base on it. So if you want to take it with you and go somewhere and use it as a flashlight, or if I'm working and I want to set it over here, I can take it off the bracket up there and just set it where I want it. I'm digging on these things. Let me turn the camera around and I'll show you the light switch one. going to walk away, so I don't know how well you hear it. When I walk in the door and it's dark, I can hit this light switch. The switch lights up, and I can make shadow puppets on the other end of the cabin, back in the bedroom with it. It's bright as all get out. So when I come in at night, if I'm in here at night or whatever, when I walk in now, I can turn that on and it lights up the whole cabin. It's not a permanent answer. It's not a permanent solution, but they're way cool. Next huge addition since the last time I did the update 6 months ago. Kitchen cabinets are in. They're oak cabinets. They're prefabbed, off-the-shelf cabinets. I do not have the time nor the money, to be honest with you, to buy custom cabinets. My original intention was to make cabinets. I don't have the time for that now. So I bought these. They're oak-faced. Big cabinet up on top. And then I've got all the drawers, cabinets, the sink, which will just have a very small sink in it right here. And then a big pantry to keep canned goods and that kind of stuff in. I like them. I mean, they're not $3,000 cabinets, but I like them, and they're perfectly fine for us. The countertop will be a off-the-shelf countertop. I just haven't put it in yet because I haven't decided what I'm going to do about the backsplash on the wall behind here yet. I had an idea that I found online where a lady had taken floor tiles, the stick-down floor tiles, and put them up there, and I was like, that's a great idea. So I spent a whole evening, did this whole wall in floor tiles. The cabinets weren't in here yet. I just said, I'll just do the whole wall. Did that whole wall in floor tiles. I sat down right there where that camera's at, lit a cigarette to look at how great that looked and how awesome I am, and they fell off like an avalanche. Every last one of them fell to the floor. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And the box of tiles is still sitting right there, what's left of them. Anyway, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the surround that goes behind that. Don't know. I think the camera's picking it up pretty well. All of my cedar planking is in downstairs. I have a little bit, I have like 2 pieces of trim to put there, and the outside of one closet, that's 30 minutes to do that, and I have all the planking over here on the sawhorses. Next project in here, well, there is no next. I'm jumping back and forth. I stop on my way home and I buy different products and materials. So one day this week I'll probably stop and buy the countertop and get that installed. One day I'll stop and buy drywall and come and get that installed in my daughter's room up there. But things are moving. It's almost every single night another project's done. Now when we go outside, I'm going to have to take it off because it's already starting to tilt right now. Let me show you what's been going on outside. Okay, here we go. There's the light switch that I was telling you about. First thing you're going to notice when we walk outside, you used to look straight out and see the pond. Pond's still there. Now there is a 12-foot by 12-foot deck. The first of the decks is on here. It's been on for a couple of weeks now. You can see I've been here, I don't know, 8 hours or so today. It was here 6 hours yesterday. So there's the first of the decks. There will be another one that goes in this area where all my building supplies are set up right now. There will be another one that comes all the way out and squares off with this building. This building is what I was enclosing today. All I got left to do is put a door handle on it. This is our bathhouse. Composting toilet, which is in the closet inside right now, will come out here. And there will be a shower, vanity. Here, we'll just walk over and take a look. Oh, I'm way too old to be climbing up in these things. So, you can see there's part of the water catchment system back there. The tanks are out of it right now because I'm trying to put a battery deck on it. It's attached directly to the exterior of the cabin. Windows on each side, phenomenal breeze. It's got this will be the finished roof. This plywood, it'll be painted. There'll be a board that goes across here, a trim board, and another one back there. I'm just going to keep it simple in here. I'll probably wind up putting cedar planks on all these walls. It's hard to film here because it's small. It's 8 foot by 8 foot. But where that ladder is sitting at, which I was putting that door on and it was jammed, and I was tapping it with a hammer and a block of wood, and all of a sudden it fell in and I couldn't stop it and it smashed my step stool. That was just today, and it did all this damage on my door. All this damage right here. That's where it smashed my step stool today. It was like a scene out of Three Stooges. Anyway, there will be a shower unit here, one of those, I don't know what you call them, just the ones you just step in. I think they're 32 or 36 inches by 36 inches, whatever it is. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to put the composting toilet on this side or on this side, but whichever side it goes on the other side, I'll get the vanity, whichever side it is. And I'll put in some cabinets for storage up at the top. Just take a walk around back. Oh, sorry about the camera there. Coming around the window at the beginning of the video that was in the background behind me, that's it right there. I was just sitting on my bed back there, the twin bed. Come back here. Like I said, the tanks are out right now because I'm having to figure out what to do with the, see if I can point while holding this. These boards right here are the base for my battery compartment. My batteries will go in the top of that. These water tanks fit below it in the piping. And then the solar panels will go up there. Obviously, that's set to the pitch and angle that's supposed to be optimal for solar power. And then the wind turbine, I'm probably going to mount it off the top of the roof right here. I haven't finalized that idea yet. They say put it 20 foot in the air, and that's like almost 16 foot in the air right there already. So I could probably put a steel bar or something and also make it my grounding rod. I don't know yet. Anyway, we'll get off subject here just for a second. I had to stop what I was doing and rethink my flooring for the battery compartment. And I'll show you why. Let me see if I have to walk all the way over there or not. I hope not. Let me see if I can just get over here and zoom into it. If you look right there, I think I've shown you this before. That's the main solar system. The main solar power system on the property here. And there's Stephen's cabin. That cabin, that barn are both ran off of solar from that unit right there. If you see right there, that brown block, that's actually a bunch of brown blocks. That is his, that's the battery system. It's in a U shape, so it runs around in a U so you can walk in the middle of them to service them. Not this last week, but the week before, Stephen came up here on a Wednesday, and I didn't come up that day. And I came up the next day, and I was like, what the heck has happened? And I called him, I said, dude, your batteries are on the ground. He goes, yeah, I came up and the floor had fallen out, and all the batteries had fallen, and that's like 6.5, 7 foot. Sorry about that. 6.5 or 7 foot from the top where they were stored at down to the ground below. Luckily, he only had to replace one battery. There was actually a guy that does golf cart repair that was recommended to Stephen, and he took the batteries over there, and he was able to fix the contacts on the other batteries so that he didn't have to replace those. So he only lost like $120 or $140, something like that on batteries. These blocks of wood that you see right here, I just cut those this weekend, actually Friday night, and I brought them up here because hopefully this week I will be putting in my first set of gutters that will run along here. and that will be the first set going into the water catchment system, but I have to have a spacer because of how far the metal roof sticks off. So I'm putting those on as a spacer for my gutters. And then I'm trying to walk without tripping and without stepping on a snake or something. I just did the replay. I'm not going to go out there and shoot that whole thing again. All I say is I'm putting in the gutter system that goes to the water catchment system. Hopefully the gutters will be in this week, installed this week. Like I said, I'm real close. I'm real close to having this done, with the exception of the electrical. And I don't think that's going to be that big of a deal. I'm buying a complete unit, so I just got to figure out how I'm going to support that. It's behind me, that's the back wall back there. I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to support that deck so that my batteries over time the weight of them doesn't collapse it. I'll probably wind up putting in like pressure treated tongue and groove 3/4 inch plywood on 2x6s or something like that. It's a lesson learned. We learn lessons up here all the time. That solar system that the batteries fell out of, it's been here like 4 or 5 years and never had a problem with it, and all of a sudden, bloop, there goes the solar power. Like I said, I'm probably somewhere between 40 and 60 work hours away from being able to start moving stuff in here. It won't take me long at all to get that bathroom done now that the exterior's completed. My son and son-in-law came up last weekend and helped me frame it all up and put the deck, or I'd already had the deck down. They helped me frame it all up and do that, and then yesterday my son Asher came up with me. We spent like 6 hours getting that roof just right on there and all the panels on the sides. But we actually physically started having symptoms of heat exhaustion. It was well over 100 degrees yesterday, and this is kind of a safety tip here. We each drank well over a gallon of water. We know because we had all the big liter bottles of water sitting out there. We each drank well over a gallon of water, and barely, I'll just say it, we each peed like once, and it wasn't very much. We knew that we were dehydrating. Both of us started at different times getting lightheaded, getting headaches. Every once in a while hands would start to shake. And then it got to the point where about 1 o'clock, we would sit down in the shade, drink water, take a break, go back to work, and we put in like 2 nails or put up 1 board, and all of a sudden we were lightheaded again. But we did that for another 2 hours, and that was a mistake. I'm going to tell you right now, it was a mistake. It was a stupid mistake. I just had a timeline I was trying to keep to it, but it wasn't productive time. We were going so slow and made 2 mistakes I had to fix today. So at 3 o'clock yesterday, I said, we're done. Pack it up, let's go. We threw tar paper on top and left. I came in this morning, did the tar paper correctly, cut the things I had to, put the last piece where the door goes. I put that on today, put the tar paper down, drip edge, the metal roofing, put the door in, cut out and put in the 2 windows. I'll put the door handle on here, it's over there. I'll put the door handle on here in a few minutes when I get through doing this. And then I got a bunch of trash to pick up. You saw all that trash is blowing around out there. I need to clean up and do that, and then I'll be back at it again tomorrow. I know I keep saying this, that I said I was going to do more videos, and I haven't. I just want to explain why I haven't right now. I'm in such a rush. I don't really, honestly, I just don't have time to stop and do a video of every project I'm doing. So I'll do updates. I don't foresee me doing any more, this is how I'm doing this, or this is how I'm doing that. It's been 6 months since the last one. I'll try not to go 6 months on the updates. But to be honest with you, in 2 months, we're going to be living here. So there should be even more changes in the next 60 days. There will be more changes in the next 60 days. This cabin will be done, and we will be living in it 65 or 66 days from now. So until next time, remember, get out there and have some fun.